For this episode, we want to take a trip to Louisiana's snowbound mountainous ski resort.
Where's that?
Abbeville, of course. They have mountains and even their own snowmaking machines.
That's only in the movie.
Is that why they kept calling it Arbeville? I thought they were just not from here.
The director just wanted a small town with a main street and a single movie theater to double for a town in Colorado.
Yes, the swamps of Louisiana are a perfect double for snowy Colorado.
Well, they needed a place that didn't snow in January, and that definitely is the case down here.
Yes, everyone knows that the swamp is better than snow. So let's flash back to 1988 for the remake of the 1958 classic, The Blob.
On his 30th birthday, he's back, meaner, faster, and hungrier than before. This was a tagline used to promote the 1988 remake of the 1958 sci-fi classic The Blob. The 1950s version starred Steve McQueen in his first leading role. Although he was 38 years old at the time, he portrayed a Pennsylvania high school student who had to save his hometown from an entity from outer space. In the remake, directed by Chuck Russell and produced by Jack Harris, one of the producers of the original version, the locale was changed to a ski resort town of Arbeville, Colorado. And what better place to film a small town nestled in the snow-capped mountains than the bayou town of Abbeville, Louisiana? In an interview, Russell indicated that he had scouted all across the South and that Abbeville was the perfect town to become his fictional Arbeville. He wanted a town where the main street ran right to City Hall. He also needed a town with a pretty all-American look, and Abbeville fit that bill. He added that he also needed a location that wouldn't snow in February. Like its predecessor, The Blob is a tale of a vile, malignant organism that crashes to Earth and attacks a small American town. It starts to consume anyone in its path, growing larger as it does. Panic ensued as shady government scientists try to contain the horrific creature.
If it had a mind, you could reason with it. If it had a body, you could shoot it. If it had a heart, you could kill it. Now, man is no longer the supreme being on this planet.
The organism is growing at a geometric rate. By all accounts, it's at least 1,000 times its original mass.
Nobody believes me about what happened tonight.
What did happen?
You were there, you saw.
Plasmic life form that hunts its prey. Predator.
I want that organism alive.
I think you ticked it off.
The Blob. Terror has no shape.
The Blob starred Shawnee Smith, Kevin Dillon, Donovan Leach Jr., and Jeffrey DeMoon. It also featured hundreds of area residents who had responded to a casting call for extras before filming began January the 12th, 1988. And of course, it starred the Blob. More than 30 technicians were required to operate the monster, which was an elaborate composition of cable and air bladders. A pumping system was set up so that some of the air bladders contracted while others expanded. It even generated tentacles. Location filming was split between Louisiana and Los Angeles, with a cast and crew of approximately 150 staying at the Travelodge in Abbeville. The Blob highlights many locations in and around Abbeville. For example, the opening sequence of Football Field was shot at Vermilion Catholic High School using local players. Like the original, this sequel features a scene of the Blob attacking a movie theater. In this film, the Victor Movie House is represented by Frank's Theater. Built in 1931, it closed in 1983 and was abandoned at the time of filming. There's a campaign going on currently to save and restore the theater called Save the Franks. Check out their website at SaveTheFranks.com. The explosive climax of the film takes place in Magdalen Square and at Vermilion Parish Courthouse. Dedicated in 1952, this Greek Revival building is the most massive and distinctive building in downtown Abbeville. The town of Abbeville welcomed the crew with open arms. Signs such as, "We love the Blob," and "This is Blob country," could be seen throughout the town. It was reported that people were having Blob parties and retail outlets were sponsoring Blob sales. The Blob opened in New York and Los Angeles on August the 5th, 1988. The film premiered at the Lafitte Cinema 4 in Abbeville, where most of the town's residents attended. It also had a large international release. End credits include a grateful acknowledgement of the assistance of the mayor's office and the people of Abbeville. This has been a presentation of Hollywood on the Bayou, preserving Louisiana's rich film history with books, prints, presentations, and exhibits. If you have questions, comments, or to learn more, you can visit our Facebook page or sign up for our Louisiana in Film newsletter, which is on our website, HollywoodOnTheBayou.com. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Louisiana Film History Flashback. Sue and I thank you, and we'll see you next time.